Hello, lovelies, and welcome to our guided meditation yoga. My name is Krystal, and I hope you'll join me in our practice today. Right now, I'm sitting in mermaid pose. However, you can come to easy seated cross-leg pose. If you need to, you can also extend your legs out in front of you, whichever is most comfortable for you. Today we're going to be taking you through some guided meditation poses. It's not going to be too difficult, but we're going to be doing some deep stretches. We're going to begin with this seated body scan. So sit up nice and tall, roll those shoulders around and back, pull your belly button into your spine in your easy seated position. Inhale, exhale, relax your brow, allow your eyelids to draw close. Relax the muscles in your face. Relax your jaw and allow your mouth to come slightly open. And hold here for about 10 breaths. As you inhale, feel that breath coming in through your nose. And as you exhale, allow that breath to escape out of your slightly open mouth. Inhale, exhale. Just allow the tension of the day to fall away in preparation for our upcoming practice. And breathe here. If you had your eyes closed, please open. So from here, we're going to stretch from side to side. Begin by placing your right hand next to your body on your mat. Extend your left hand and bring it overhead. Look up if you can. Now team, we're still warming up, so do not overextend. Only stretch, only reach as far as you feel that stretch, but make sure that it is not uncomfortable. And we're going to hold here for 5 breaths. And gently release. Now place your left hand on your mat by the side of your body, just like we did on the right side, and extend your right hand and bring it overhead, your right arm. And once again, just reach as far as you feel that stretch. Make sure you feel no discomfort and make sure you feel no pain, and hold here for 5 breaths. And gently release. Now team, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but you can do most of the sitting poses from a chair. So if you need to sit on a chair and do these poses, feel free to do so. As gracefully as you can, come to all fours at the center of your mat. Place those hands right underneath your shoulders, knees under squared hips, and pull that belly button into your spine. And we're just going to hold here in tabletop pose for 5 breaths. Now from here, lean back as you slide your hands forward to child's pose. Now remember, only reach as far forward as you feel comfortable and lean as far back as you feel comfortable. Do not overextend. And hold here for 5 breaths. Slowly release and gently come back to tabletop. Now from here, we're going to thread that needle. Start with whichever side you feel comfortable with. I'm going to start with my right side. So you're going to take that right arm and slide it right underneath the left arm. And once you've got the thread through the needle, you're going to lean back as though you're coming to child's pose, bringing that right shoulder as close to your mat as possible. Again, it doesn't have to touch your mat. Just bring it as close to it as possible. Do not overextend. And we're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Gently release and come back to tabletop. Now we're going to thread the needle on the other side. Now I'm going to take my left arm and slide it right underneath my right arm. Now once I've got the thread through the needle, I'm going to lean back, bringing that left shoulder as close to my mat as possible, while still feeling no pain and no discomfort. Do not overextend, and hold here and breathe. Coming back to tabletop pose. From here, tuck your toes in and lift your hips straight up to downward facing dog. Bring those heels as close to your mat as possible. Feel that stretch in your calves and hamstrings. Spread your fingers, push your palms into your mat. Now if you have a problem with your wrists, you can hold on to the back of a chair and do this. And hold here and breathe. After 5 breaths in your downward facing dog, we're going to go into alternating knee drops. Again, feel free to hold on to the back of a chair if you need to do this. So we're first going to start by dropping the right knee, not all the way to the floor, just enough of a bend in it. And then we straighten that left leg a little bit more, stretching the calves and hamstrings a little bit more. Then we're going to drop the left knee. Again, not all the way to the floor, just to give it enough of a bend so that we can extend the right leg a little bit more, bringing the heels as close to the mat as possible. Now we're going to speed it up, alternating with each breath. Inhale and exhale as you alternate those knee drops. Now straighten both legs, back to downward facing dog. Place both knees down on your mat, coming to all fours, and push your hips back as you slide your hands forward to child's pose. Now from here, team, you're going to lift your upper body and come to your hero pose. placing those palms on your quads, and breathe. All right, team, from here, place your palms back on your mat and come back to tabletop and hold here and breathe. Now from here, team, tuck your toes in and lift your hips straight up, back to downward facing dog, as we get ready for our dancing dog. So we're going to start in down dog position, and then we're going to drop to up dog. So again, from down dog, drop your hips to up dog. Now team, from your up dog position, you can drop all the way down. Place those elbows on your mat, lift your chest, and come to that Sphinx position. Hold here and breathe. Back to dancing dog. First, push yourself up to all fours. Then tuck your toes in, lift your hips straight up to downward facing dog, and continue with your dancing dog. Now drop down to up dog and hold it here, team. Breathe. Come back to all fours, and from here, we're going to move into hero pose. I'm going to turn around and face you in hero pose as we prepare for lion pose. Now team, from your hero pose, you want to bring your hands down to the floor, fingers facing your body. But if fingers facing your body is too uncomfortable, you can go ahead and have your fingers facing forward. Bring your knees slightly apart. Relax your jaw, allow your mouth to come slightly open for your lion pose. Very nicely done, team. We'll turn back around. From here, we want to tuck our toes in and lift our hips straight up to downward facing dog. And from here, we want to walk those feet to our hands for our deep forward fold. From here, roll all the way up to mountain. Now team, in mountain, bring your feet slightly apart feet firmly planted into your mat. Knees are straight but soft. Tuck your tailbone slightly in. Pull your belly button into your spine. Chest is lifted. Shoulders back and down. Head and neck are nice and tall. And open your palms to receive. Breathe. Now we're going to roll all the way down, back to deep forward fold. Remember team, you're only going as far forward as you feel comfortable. Do not overextend. And hold here for 5 breaths. Come up to flat back. Now we're going to roll all the way up, swing those arms around and overhead, come into a slight back bend for your sun salutation. Now if having a back bend is too uncomfortable for you, you can stand straight up, and if you want a little more, you could place your hands at the small of your back to support it and lean back a little more. Look up and breathe. Now team, straighten your spine. Bring those hands overhead once again. Bring those hands to prayer overhead. And we're going to go into our crescent pose, first leaning to the right side. Turn your head, look up, and breathe. Now team, remember, only go as far as you feel comfortable. Do not overextend. Straighten your spine once again, team. Still keeping those prayer hands overhead. Take one full breath here. And now lean to the left side. For our conclusion, team, we're back in hero pose. Hold here and breathe. Now, team, as gracefully as you can, come to sitting position with your legs extended out in front of you. Now grab a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt or a towel, or if you can, reach for your toes. Now wrap that around your feet. And once you have a firm grip, curl your toes towards your body. If you can, You may lean forward into that hamstring stretch, or just sit up nice and tall and feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Gently release and put that strap away, but not too far. We might need it again. Now go ahead and bring your legs as far apart as you can. And if you can, lean forward into your seated angle and hold here. Breathe. After 5 breaths, gently release, team, and walk your hands to your left side, also reaching for the toes on your left foot. Or you could also use a strap, as I'm doing in the video, and wrap it around your left foot. Turn back to center, team, and come to your easy seated position and hold here for 5 breaths. If you had your eyes closed, please open. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart. From my heart to yours, Namaste.